Dear friends, viewers of 1990 Educational Channel, today we are in the New St. Maria's High School. This is 10th class and here is Mr. Michael. Hello Michael, how are you?
I'm doing well, sir.
Okay, good. So shall we make some questions on of your students?
Yes, sir. Sure.
Okay, thank you. So, dear students, good morning. Thank you. See, we are from 1990 Educational Channel, and today, with your permission, permission from your madam, Jhansi Rani, correct? And Mr. Michael, he is your class teacher, I think. Okay. So let's some questions out of the box. You don't expect that we'll be asking questions only related to your textbooks. But we want that what you have learned, how is your literacy, and how you are going to apply it in your real situation. Okay, start? Yes. Thank you. Now listen carefully every questions. Those who can be answer, raise hands, or let me get response from that boy or girl. Okay? The question number 1. What is education? What are the parts of education? What is education and what are the parts of education? Yeah, please.
Education means transformation of knowledge, nothing to something. Education is divided into 3 parts: literacy, knowledge and wisdom.
Thank you. Your good name?
Meghna.
Meghna, 10th class. So this is Meghna from 10th class, New St. Maria High School. Thank you, Meghna. See, Meghna said that education has 3 parts. One is literacy, one is education, knowledge, and third is wisdom. So, who can elaborate something about literacy? What is literacy? Yeah, please tell me. What is literacy?
Literacy is reading and writing.
Okay, thank you. Sit down. Your good name?
Srija.
Srija, sit down. Yes, anybody can elaborate me? What is literacy? What Srija says, is it the correct?
Yes, it is correct.
Correct. So you mean to say literacy is nothing but
Reading and writing.
the capability of reading and writing. Mr. Michael, are you agree with it?
I do agree, sir. A person who is able to read and write and above 7 years of age, as per government census, a person who is able to read and write and above 7 years of age, at least one language is called as literate, and that's what is literate.
Thank you. So what is mean is, Srija and these children have given correct answer that literacy is nothing but ability, capability of reading and writing in a particular language. It can be Hindi, it can be Urdu, it can be English, any language. Thank you. Now, what is knowledge? Who wants to give answer? Only girls are only coming for what? Yes, tell me.
To gain the knowledge which is going around us.
No, I'm talking about what is knowledge. What is knowledge? Yes.
To gain something and implement in our daily life.
Not implement. What is knowledge? What is knowledge? What is knowledge? Yeah, tell me.
Gaining information, sir.
Gaining information from
From
someone, from your teachers, right? Yes, Mr. Michael, is it correct?
Yes, sir. Knowledge could be obtained from teacher, book, or from our surrounding, or it could be even TV, YouTube. You can gain knowledge from anywhere. So
Okay.
you come from your surrounding.
Thank you. So, boys, tell me one second. What is knowledge? Yeah.
Gaining knowledge from others.
What is knowledge? What is knowledge? Yeah.
Learning from others.
Learning from others. Yes. Anybody else? What is knowledge?
Gaining the information.
Gaining the information. Correct. Gaining the information from others. And gaining the information from another, information can be anything. Any information can be anything. So gaining information from other or any script also. So you can gain information from the textbooks also. If you are illiterate, then you can gain information from the textbook. If you are illiterate, you can gain information from your father, mother, brother, sister, uncle, auntie, neighbor, nephew, anybody, right? So these are all called knowledge. Now tell me, what is wisdom? What is wisdom? Yeah, girl. Tell me.
Gaining information and also implementing in our life.
Only gaining information and using it, it is
Implementing.
wisdom.
Yes.
Your good name?
Dhanushree.
Dhanushree. Thank you, Dhanushree.
Applying the knowledge which we have learnt in our daily life is known as wisdom.
Applying the,
Knowledge with what we have learnt.
okay, good. So anything that you learn from others through textbooks and then you want to utilize it in a proper order, you mean to say that is wisdom?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Mr. Michael.
Yes, sir. Gaining knowledge is one part, and applying it in correct way in day-to-day life in a practical implementation of the knowledge that you gain is called as wisdom.
So, ladies and gentlemen, here we are in New Saint Maria High School. Here is Mr. Michael and here the student. We have taken a bit. You have seen that their method of teaching and the method of student replying. Thank you. Now, so student, now we are going to have the next question. The government of India, considering the infiltration between India-Bangladesh border, decided to have more checkposts in the border line. We came to know the government of India wants 3 checkposts by the border security force in every 1 kilometer. In the first phase, the total distance to be covered 1000 kilometer. Can you boys tell me that how many border security force checkposts are necessary? Those who can raise hands. How many checkposts are necessary? Listen the question once again. The government of India decided 3 checkposts on every 1 kilometer, and in the first phase they have taken the distance 1000 kilometer. Yes, girl, tell me.
We need 2001 check post.
2001
And 1.
checkpost. Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Can you explain?
Because when they are considering 1 kilometer, they need 3 check posts, and the third check post will be the beginning of 6 kilometer.
Okay. So what you want to say? The second kilometer 3 checkposts are not necessary.
No, they need only 2 check posts.
Okay. So in this way,
In this way,
1000
2000.
into 2 is equal to 2000 plus 1 is equal to 2001.
Yes.
Your good name?
Sai Rishita.
Thank you very much. Now we are heading for the next question. In our country, government collects 2 types of taxes. One is known as direct taxes, another is known as indirect taxes. Boys and girls, can you please clarify what are the direct taxes and what are the indirect taxes collected by our government? Yes, tell me.
Income and property tax are collected by the government is called direct. Indirect, which we pay in shop and take.
Good. Your good name?
Sai Venala.
Thank you. Anybody else clarify?
Direct tax are the taxes which are collected by the government, by the people periodically, annually. And indirect tax are the taxes which we give to the government by buying things in shop.
Good. Say, government collects average 10% taxes of your family expenditure. Listen carefully. Say, government collects 10% as taxes from your monthly फैमिली एक्सपेंडिचर, यानी कि आपका फैमिली महीने में जो खरीदारी में खर्चा करते हैं उसका 10% एवरेज, किसी चीज में 20% कलेक्ट करते, किसी में 10%, किसी में 5%, किसी में 50%, तो एवरेज 10% कलेक्ट कर रहे हैं। से आपका फैमिली का मंथली एक्सपेंडिचर 20,000 रुपए है। लिसन केयरफुली, योर फैमिली एक्सपेंडिचर मंथली इज 20,000 rupees. So at the rate of 10% indirect tax, how much of your expenditure is given to the government as a tax, indirect tax? Yes,
2,000.
2,000. How?
10,000 means 1,000 and if 20,000 means 2,000.
2,000.
We have to
Thank
divide
you.
by 100.
Thank you. Your good name?
Adviti. Adviti.
Adviti. Dear friends, viewers, you are listening to students of New St. Maria High School, Aliabad, Hyderabad. This is one of their class, and this interview is being brought to you by 9090B Educational Channel. So students, listen carefully. Now one of your classmates gave answer that at the rate of 20,000 monthly expenditure, government is collecting 2,000 rupees. You know, our country is divided into a large number of MLA and MP constituencies. From MLA constituency, we elect one MLA, and from MP constituency, we elect one Lok Sabha MP. Say in your MLA constituency, 1 lakh families are there, and think that every family pay average 2,000 rupees taxes per month to the government, right? So in a month from your family, how much tax, indirect tax is collected by the government? Those who can raise hands. In your constituency, 1 lakh families are there, and each family is paying monthly tax 2,000 rupees. So how much tax being collected from your constituency by the government? Tell me.
20 crores have been collected from our constituency.
How?
Each family we are giving 2,000 into 1 lakh, 20 crores.
20 crores. Your good name?
Meghna.
Meghna. Correct answer. Anybody else having doubt? Yes. That from your constituency, at the rate of 2,000 rupees per family expenditure tax, government is collecting from the 1 lakh families 20 crore rupees. Can you tell me in this order how much tax is being collected by the government in a single year? Yes, in a single year. Yes, tell me.
240 crores, sir.
240 crores. How?
Sir, government.
See, the government is collecting 10% taxes, and every family is average spending 20,000 rupees per month.
20,000 into 12, sir.
Yes,
20 crore into 12 is 240 crore.
20 crore
Into 12,
12.
240 crore.
So what is 20 crore?
Average.
What is 20 crore? How 20 crore came?
Monthly income.
Monthly income of the government from the indirect taxes. How?
From 1 lakh person they are collecting 2,000 as a tax, so the monthly tax is 20 crores.
Thank you. And can you tell me how this 240 crore came to government every year from a single constituency? Yes? Those who can raise hands? Those who can raise hands. Yes, tell me.
Sir, government takes 2,000 rupees from each family, sir. So 1 lakh families collects 20 crores, sir. So for a year, 12 months. So 20 crores into 12 equals to 240 crores, sir. Like this, government get 240 crores.
Thank you. Yes, who else?
Yes, sir, correct. Every month indirect tax will be collected as 2,000. 2,000 for 1 lakh family says 20 crores. 20 crores for 12 months into 24. 240 crores.
Good. So it's very simple.
Simple.
Now you have come to know that in your local constituency, 1 lakh families are there. And government collects 240 crore rupees, 240 crore rupees for the year as indirect taxes. Now government decides to pay back to your family in the form of scholarship at the rate of 10,000 rupees per child, school going child. And in your family, in your constituency, you have some 1 lakh students. So how much money government has to return to your constituency for fulfilling the scholarship expenditure? Yes? Tell me. Stand up.
In our constitution, there are
Not constitution, constituency.
There are 1 lakh students. For one student, government is giving 10,000. 10,000 into 1 lakh is 10 crores. So government should have 10 crores to give.
Your good name?
B. Meghna.
Meghna, you have also answered previously also. So if the answer of the Meghna is clear, those say yes, raise hands. Those say no. Yes.
As you said, sir, in constituency there are 1 lakh students and government gives 10,000 scholarship to one student. So 1 lakh into 10,000 is 10 crore. As she said, it is correct.
Correct answer.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. So viewers, you are listening to 1990 Educational Channel. We are here at Saint Maria High School, Aliabad, Hyderabad. It is also known as Jhansi Madam School. Very famous, as you have been watching the students. Thank you. One of my friend is a mathematician, very senior most maths teacher. He said that he has invented a formula, and formula is x square is equal to 2x. Now boys and girls, can you please tell me whether this formula x square is equal to 2x is always true or not? Yes? Tell me.
Sir, it's very simple, sir. It's true only for 2, where x equals to 2 means x square is 4 and 2 into 2 is 4.
Okay, now what about other places?
Other places, now example 3. 3 square is 9, but 3 into 2 is 6. So it is not used in others. Where x equals to 2 is, we can use it, but others not. Example 1 more, if we take 4. 4 square is 16 and 4 2 is 8. So it's not.
Your good name?
Dhanushree.
Dhanasri. Am I correct?
Yeah.
What is MLA stand for? What is MLA stand for? Yes.
Member of Legislative Assembly.
Where do they sit? Where do they sit? What is their job? Yes, anybody else?
Maintain constituency is their job.
Maintain constituency is their job.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any idea where do these people go and sit? Yes?
Assembly.
What assembly? State assembly, national assembly, where?
State assembly.
State assembly.
They discuss about development in a particular constituencies
Particular constituency or state?
or state, sir, and they together sit and they discuss.
Discuss.
Yes.
So what is the job of the Telangana State Assembly?
The job of Telangana State Assembly is to develop the things and to bring
Develop the things what?
in transportation services and in PDS services and etc.
Okay, but where, which transport?
State transport, sir.
You say like that.
Yeah, develop the state transport for public.
Okay, only for state transport.
Yes, sir. Because they are talking about particular state, sir.
Okay, only transport is necessary for this state, other things are not necessary.
Not only transport but also others like public distribution services and etc.
Thank you very much. Your good name?
This is Chandra Pratik.
Thank you. Now we are moving to another class. You have noticed how the students in this class, they are basically, I think 10 class students, outgoing students. We discussed because actually they have come here for after 2 years. They have forgotten many things, but still they have answered some of our questions. So this way 1990B Educational Channel question the students and collect the ideas from the students, the newcomers in the school. Thank you very much. Now you please carry on with us in another class of Jhansi Rani schools, that is New Saint Maria High School, Aliabad, Hyderabad.